China holds vast reserves and has successfully discovered numerous types of minerals, including rare earths, lithium, copper, and silicon. From the smartphone in your hand to the electric cars, and from wind turbines powering cities to fighter jets securing borders, the critical minerals are the invisible backbone of the modern economy. Yet, the supply chains of these indispensable resources are overwhelmingly dominated by one nation, China. Over the decades, China has become a real mineral champion, controlling not only the mining but also the crucial refining and processing of rare earths and other critical minerals. China holds vast reserves and has successfully discovered numerous types of minerals, including rare earths, lithium, copper, and silicon. It began to prioritize rare earths in the 1980s. Since the 1990s, Beijing has strategically built an industrial ecosystem for mining, processing, and refining. Former Chinese leader Deng Xiaoping famously declared in 1992, "The Middle East has oil, China has rare earths," underscoring Beijing's strategic intent. And today, China produces about 6,080 of the world's rare earths: tungsten, gallium, germanium, and antimony. China's government invested heavily in rare earth mining and refining, and Chinese companies aggressively increased exports. By the mid-1990s, China was producing over 85 of the world's rare earths. By 2010, China accounted for roughly 95 of global rare earth oxide supply, and that year it demonstrated its leverage by halting exports to Japan during the Senkaku Islands dispute. The southern city of Guangzhou is a global hub for rare earth mining and processing. Its mines and factories, backed by generations of local expertise, are the bedrock of China's demise. However, depletion of resources is a growing challenge, forcing Chinese companies to import raw materials from Africa and Cambodia or invest in overseas projects such as a 25 million tungsten plant in Thailand. China uses export licenses to regulate shipments of critical minerals, creating supply chain bottlenecks for countries like the US and Japan. Even when rare earths are mined outside China, Beijing's demise in refining ensures control. For instance, the Mountain Pass mine in California, America's only rare earth source, still sends its ore to China for processing. Cheaper labor, faster permitting, and more flexible environmental and labor regulations compared to many Western countries also contributed to China's ability to develop its mineral resources efficiently. China has long dominated the mining and processing of rare earth minerals, as well as the production of related components like rare earth magnets. It mines about 70% of the world's rare earths and processes approximately 90% of the supply. China also maintains near total control over the supply of heavy rare earths, including dysprosium and terbium. The world depends on China for critical minerals because of its vast mineral reserves, substantial investments in exploration and mining globally, and, most crucially, its dominant role in processing and refining these materials. China controls the vast majority of the world's processing capacity, particularly for rare earths, lithium, and silicon, making it a choke point in the global supply chain for industries like clean energy and defense. India is heavily dependent on China for several critical minerals. Between 2019 and 2024, import data shows over 40% reliance on 6 key minerals: bismuth 85.6, lithium 82, silicon 76, titanium 50.6, tellurium 48.8, and graphite 42.4. These minerals are essential for sectors such as EV batteries, solar power, steel, and pharmaceuticals. However, with China controlling 58 to 80% of global refining and production, India faces significant supply chain vulnerabilities and risks of disruption. According to the World Population Review, China is the world's leader in mineral production by a significant margin, with 4.6 billion tons per year in total, compared to the United States in second place with 2.2 billion tons. Russia has the third most mineral production, roughly 1.7 billion tons, with Australia close behind at 1.4 billion. India is fifth with 1.1 billion, the final country to cross the billion-ton mark. Also read PM Modi to meet Xi Jinping today at SCO Summit. Key discussions on India-China ties. Also read China lays red carpet for PM Modi, gives Remarca.